Hi guys, happy new year. Welcome to another vid. Today I'm going to be speaking about prioritizing your mental health. I feel like it needs to be a non-negotiable, and it's so important because everything starts with the mind. Like, if you want to live life to the fullest, experience the fruits of life, and just see the good things that life has to offer, you need to have a healthy mind, do you know what I mean? And just practice habits that contribute to you having good mental health. I just feel like it's the beginning of the year. Everybody sets themselves goals. They want to achieve this, they want to do that. Everybody always comes with like a long list of things that they want to do. So in order to do that, your mind, you like taking care of your mind is key, like having a healthy mind. Because if you think about it, your mind, everything starts with the mind, as I said. Like, the way you think, the way you react, the way you show up in your relationships with your family, your children, if you have any, and just like the choices you make. And as I've always said, the choices you make determine the life that you live, just in general. So I feel like that is important. And most of the time, before we feel things internally before they show up physically. We feel things internally before they start to show up everywhere and affect us physically. And let's take depression as an example. Depression is a health condition, but it's considered a mental health. And in reality, depression starts in the mind with like negative thoughts, different types of negative thoughts, self-doubt, just like unconfidence, low self-esteem. I don't even know if unconfidence is a word, but yeah, unconfidence, low self-esteem, PTSD, whatever the person is feeling, it starts in the mind and then it starts to manifest and affect the individual, such as making them feel exhausted, unmotivated, struggling to get out of bed, to do day-to-day activities and just to cope with life in general. Like, they may feel like their life is just too much, do you know what I mean? And it's like, before things start to affect you physically, you really want to be careful, like what you put in your mind, how you process things, because that's what will end up happening. Now, there's a lot of health conditions that start in the mind before they affect the body. There's a lot of, like, an individual may not be aware of health conditions that exist until they are diagnosed, or until a relative or someone they know is diagnosed with it. There's so much things that exist that we don't know, but most of them start with mental health or things happening in the mind, and then it can, I don't know, extend to symptoms, physical symptoms such as pain, weight loss, like changes in weight, whether the person is losing weight or gaining weight. And then it may go to constant fatigue, them constantly feeling tired, or there's just so many things, do you know what I mean? There's a whole list, and I may do a video on, like, I don't know, like how different health conditions and how they affect individuals, or things that I know of, things that you may be unaware of. But yeah, man, it's just important to take care of your mental health, because you don't want it to get to that stage where it gets physical. Because in reality, especially if you're born healthy, like, if an individual starts to experience like pain all over the body and then it affects their mobility, that's just going to affect their whole life, do you know what I mean? Just their day-to-day life, what they can and can't do. And then if they start to experience things like rashes on their skin, or I don't know, anything that is not, that we wasn't born with, it may affect their self-esteem and their confidence. And then when somebody's confidence is affected, it affects their whole life, like what they do, if they go out or not, if they want to interact with other people, if they want to date, and just how they feel about themselves. And some people, a bit off topic, some people, when they feel I've lost my train of thought. When they feel bad within themselves, some people isolate and kind of, they just stay in isolation mode. However, other people, like most people, they project onto other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, they feel bad about themselves, so they start projecting their insecurities onto others, trying to make other people feel bad about themselves. And then it can just be like a whole negative cycle. So, just take care of yourself. And first, mental health. I'm going to do another video tomorrow about tips and ways that you can take care of your mental health, and then I'll be moving on to physical health, because all these things are important and we don't want to take life for granted, especially if we are born healthy and if we are just healthy individuals. You don't want to take that for granted. Like, I'm going to give you a prime example. I've had like a few podiatry surgeries on my foot, and you know, there's like a healing process. There's a time frame where I needed to sit down and heal. I couldn't move at all. And I just remember my mum, like, my mum was always there. Like, I'm close to my mum, I always speak to her, but she'll always be like, make sure you're resting, make sure you're not doing anything, because she knows that I'm always on my feet. I'm a mum, and just in general, like, I'm always cleaning. Like, I just can't. I can't just sit down and do nothing. Even if I'm sick, I have to, everything has to be in its place. And I've got OCD, so yeah, I'm just always, there's nothing that's going to get me out of routine, or there's nothing that's going to make me stop cleaning and I just can't feel comfortable in a dirty environment. But that's a video for another time. But yeah, like, when I went through the experience of me not just having to rest and not being able to like walk and stuff, it made me realize how fortunate I am to be able to walk and move and do day-to-day things. And just prime example, you know, like when we all have a blocked nose, everybody hates a blocked nose. Like, that's the worst thing ever. And then you may start to appreciate when you can breathe clearly more when you have the blocked nose. So that's just a thought, guys, man. Don't take life for granted. Don't take your health for granted. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. In this video, I'm wearing an outfit from TikTok shop. It's a 2-piece outfit, and then this vest top, I got this separately, but it comes in like a 3-pack. So you get 3 different vest tops, black, navy blue, and white. And this outfit is a cargo 2-piece, and I'm gonna be doing a video on TikTok shop right now, and I'm gonna link the outfit in the video. So if you like this outfit, I'm gonna put the link of my TikTok under this video. Go on my TikTok, look for the video, and just click the link, add it to your basket. Yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your support. Bye.